Hello there, everybody. Welcome to my first match of the Allies Mixed Tournament, which I messed up the title of. Let's fix that. Okay. Playing here against Akuchi, who's in my group. First part of this tournament is a group of 4 people. I guess the winner of each group makes it out, and maybe extra. Maybe a second place can make it out. I don't remember. Might be possible. So in any case, this is just a mix designed by Donald X, which will feature cards from Allies as well as, I guess, whatever else he decided to throw in there. So I don't know if it'll feel like Allies release at all, or if the mix restriction on the other pool of cards will change it up a lot or not. But I guess I should look at the board. We already have 2 split piles and 3 horizontal things, so it's already kind of complicated. Bobble is our cursor. You have pretty much everything you'd want here. It may take a little while. Oh, I guess Guildmaster can also be our cursor. It's either like double catapult or you go to the clashes just off rip. I guess Aku has a little bit of leeway here to do it this way. I may actually just take the battle plans and try to win the split that way. I don't know that it works like that, but if I'd attacked him, there was a chance to win the battle plans, quote unquote split. We didn't get there. As it is, it's not. I guess it's possible that Aku has bad enough hand for that, but the plan stuff may totally still work out for Aku. I'm probably just buying silver. Maybe I need to put. It's a little bit awkward. Maybe I need to put plan on something, though I don't know what it would be. Probably pretty lost, to be honest. Wasn't too bad, actually. I'm not attacking him, so I'm a little worried about what happens here, but and he got a trash out of it. Pretty nice. Like some sort of warlord, like a warlord voyage lich interaction, but I don't have lich, so who cares? I don't really like the bauble much. This was quite an unlucky draw to not find either of the battle plans there. But I guess we'll just live with it. We don't really have many other options at this point. Because we could have gotten Warlord or we could have gotten Archer. That was pretty awful. What can you do? We're pretty lost. There is quite a bit of game, rather. Maybe we should have gotten another catapult. If we have like catapult top deck, maybe we have a chance. But otherwise, probably not so much. Is there value in me getting a Archer? Maybe. This is unfortunate. You'd rather have drawn the catapult off the next thing, but whatever. Sort of. It is what it is, I guess. I don't even know if I can afford the Archer. I guess I can by not catapulting, but... Well, I guess I can try to get the silver. Well, we did not draw the silver. That didn't help. I mean, they could have gotten to the Archer anyway. This is pretty bad. But that trigger, of course, was quite bad, given everything else. Um, isn't exactly the hand you want to see. Well, you would rather not see the silver specifically, but capital C, of course, was lucky to see. Well, seeing the silver was guaranteed, right? I didn't, because I didn't find it in there. Bobble's pretty bad. I mean, you may have had a spot where it was like a reasonable buy, but it's not super strong here. Not that it'll be awful. We're in a bad spot anyway. I feel like I've gotten a little bit of the short end of the stick on the battle plans, but I don't know that that's really true. I mean, obviously the decks were pretty different. I forgot about rocks as well. I might have wanted to try that at some point. I don't imagine it matters a whole lot. This will be pretty bad, right? I can like keep one old map to try and find catapult. Because I have to get the jar. I'm not going anywhere. The rocks are probably fine. I don't know. I don't know that he needs the rocks. I think it's probably easier to curse me. I mean, you get the attack or the discard attack as well, so there's that. But you get to okay, he doesn't attack when they're. I'm gonna still fail. Okay, I didn't. Bye. Rock. I think the rock is maybe a little slow. I don't know. I don't know what I think about rocks at this point. that was an accident, but whatever. It didn't matter. Maybe I should have bought a Guildmaster. Six and two buys didn't seem like the most exciting thing of all time. 10 and whatever. That's pretty scary. Go like Wild Hunt Sunken Treasure or something. Capital City Wild Hunt. Probably, well, I don't have money is the thing. I probably should have taken the Sunken Treasure, but second Capital City does not do a whole lot for me. Unfortunately. I don't know what the copper was being held back for. I guess a plan. I don't know. They can go like Sunken Treasure Wild Hunt or Capital City Wild Hunt. I don't know. Whatever they go will be totally fine. Sunken Marquee, Sunken Treasure. Yeah, I like that okay. I mean, I would have not done that, but I like it okay. I don't think it's bad or anything. Um, Didn't get back around to the bobble, but that's fine. They don't have Overlord in play here, so they can have a stoppish turn. Next turn, not so much. Maybe next turn I just do the curse. They have the Marquee now. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know if the Marquee I mean, if you're under attack, the marquee then looks not so appealing. Though, of course, if you get it off a battle plan play and you're back to 4, then it's at least smithy, but okay, I think they just ended up doing the same thing. So is there any rotation here that is particularly useful to me? I mean, do we want to distant shore or anything like that? I doubt it very much. Do we want to voyage? I mean, how much money do we have? We should be able to have 5. Well, I gotta think a little bit. I mean, there's a warlord wouldn't be terrible. Archer wouldn't be terrible. Wild Hunt wouldn't be terrible. I mean, we are action limited here. Of course. I guess I'm gonna attack him. We won't be able to just keep attacking him very easily. But I'm sure Aku will kick off. We could skip on warlords still a little bit longer. We can play 3 terminals. This is a terrible opening hand. It's funny. It's like, I mean, if you weren't getting militia, it would be totally great. You know, it would be. But with the militia, it's a little sad. I don't know if they're planning on getting another catapult. Maybe. I maybe should have gotten a marquee. But like here, it wouldn't help you because you'd be at 3. I mean, it would be like a moat, which isn't terribly exciting. I mean, if you pair it with an activated battle plan, then it's fine. But you can't really control that all that well, so this is not the greatest hand, but Because there's just no. I mean, I'm gonna lose this game. I mean, Aku is gonna have to like badly misplay for me to come out on top here. But people do that sometimes, so we'll play a little bit. This is one of the it's good and bad aspects of the allies stuff is that it's like it really gives you hope that you can like stay in it sometimes because there's just no three pile. There's just no chance we're gonna three pile this game, right? It just won't happen. So you like we might empty the curses, and that's like the only pile that looks like sort of plausible, to me anyway. And so it's gonna end on provinces or whatever. I mean, it's not impossible. If the game goes long enough, you could have some weird thing, but in general, here it looks pretty likely to be. That isn't what I want. This is kind of well. I mean, I say it felt a little awkward. It wasn't really bad. Calling it bad would have been pretty misleading. I don't know. This doesn't really matter hugely. The rotation stuff just doesn't matter. Like they're gonna have control and be able to get to whatever they need to. Like, I mean, certainly the catapult's rock flip is totally feasible. I guess there's some world where you don't want them to be able to do both. I don't know. I don't think there's too much worry here on the sunken treasure pile. What am I even trying to do? Honestly, like, what are my goals for life and otherwise? I guess I could have. Well, that wouldn't really matter. I mean, it could. I say that, but it could. But we draw the catapult and we just don't play it. I mean, it's that or don't play bobble and trash the curse, right? Well, and how do we get to... Ooh. So we can also just... I mean, they could take the last warlord and have every other plus. I mean, even when you have the every other, people aren't like super inclined to do three copies of something, but I mean, it does open that up. Because the last card is catapult. Basically, I kind of wanted to get rocks, and I guess I'm just not getting rocks. I guess is the long and the short of it. Well, this didn't give me enough money anyway. What am I doing? All right, we'll just do this. We'll just go a little quicker. We could have flipped. I mean, they could have gotten back to it anyway. I don't know. None of this stuff seems super. I just was toast, I guess, is what I'm trying to say and failing at. I don't know if the treasury is correct. What are we trying? What are our goals for life? The treasury maybe ought to have been a wild hunt or a marquee. Probably a marquee, actually. Oh well. We may not get a second warlord. If they take it, which they very well might. We're probably gonna eat a couple curses here. Well, you don't eat the curses yet. I guess that's something to consider, is you don't eat the curses till later. Oh no, we will eat them because the bauble will be played after this stuff. After some of it anyway. We won't eat all the curses, I guess. That could be given this turn. They didn't play catapult. It's fine. Which is like totally reasonable. We'll see if they take the other warlord. It's not clear to me. I mean, I guess you'd take some non-terminal draw anyway. Seems okayish. I don't know if there's some Distant Lands Guildmaster synergy. I doubt it. I mean, I guess it exists, but I don't know that it will matter. This stuff is all pretty Winmore-ish. It was a little nice that I didn't get attacked here, so I can probably put everything in play and have some choices off that. I still think it's really hard for me to win. You never know, Aku might do something crazy. They're gonna go like Treasury Province. Okay, they got Treasury. This is cute. Like they get to give like all of their 3 thingies if they play them next turn. They get to do all 3 of them get to give a curse, which is cute. Of their liaisons. That's pretty fun. For him. Is there any... I still don't know. There may be a point where one of these makes some sense. I can't believe that you want the distant shore anyway. I mean, you might as well cycle this, right? And then... Okay. Well... One of the cards is a... This is kind of annoying. It's old map and catapult. So... There are... Yeah, the old map is going to end up being obnoxious. This is annoying. This is an annoying order because we can't actually draw everything. It may not matter. Like it may just be, oh, we have some cursive. Oh, we're gonna end up with a little less money. It may not be enough that we like missing a price point. But it is a little obnoxious. I guess you still do this. I mean, it can work out fine, but I guess we are. Did I not keep the rocks? Well, we can play whatever. I don't think Archer matters a whole lot. We still don't have our 3rd action or a 3rd terminal. which could be like an archer. It's not insane. I think the curses are gonna go before me getting another guildmaster is useful in any way. Yeah, I shouldn't have. There was a, I don't know. The sequence of here was, or the sequence on the draws was a little awkward, but obviously this is not great. So we miss out on a. We miss out on a favor token here. We'll probably just eat the rest of the curses on our turn. And we could have given another one. We could have one more token and have given another one. So if Aku gives us 4, then it was pretty bad. Or a pretty bad misplay. Aku doesn't give us 4, then it, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It doesn't really matter to do the top or to do the favor now, because we're gonna hit 3 anyway. I mean, I guess there's a world where Aku super duds. In which case there could be some value in this, but wait. Sorry. This is not good. Yeah, I mean, I could also put a marquee on top, but that's, again, that's kind of awful if the... Maybe they pseudo-dudded. They're playing Warlord awful quick here. That's going to make the rocks thing hurt a little, the rocksmiths hurt a little more. I don't remember what my order was. When did I discard the rocks? But I probably should not have done it. I could have also just drawn more with the other capital city instead of getting money. I don't know if it would have... I don't know if it would have mattered. So do we go with the guaranteed curse or do we keep the rocks for the hopefulness? We're gonna have this rocks and it's just gonna be kind of crappy. That's okay though. What I really needed was like a distant shore in hand. That would have been nice. This is quite lucky. We rotate these. I mean, they can get to whatever, but is there any value in the order here is a little awkward because there may be a point where you would have preferred to do this differently, but that's okay. I'm just gonna be the person with 1 million estates, apparently. So here I think we go capital city, no. Well, what else do we have? There's still another old map, so And of course the warlord. We didn't find the rocks, unfortunately. We aren't. Well, that's fine. We don't need. We'll just catapult silver, and that's fine. I mean, it's got to be the battle plan. So now the question is something like, can I 3-pile? Do I have to 3-pile? I mean, maybe my deck is just a little cleaner at this point. Well, okay, let's see. I have 2 estates. Why do I have so many points? Oh, the distant shores are worth points. Okay. So I have 4 curses. Right. I have 4 curses, so they have 4 curses. Anyway, I have a bunch more stop cards. We can put a marquee on top, though the capital city probably misses. We can also just put like a capital city on top. I guess the territories aren't that far away from piling out. They would be worth 3 to me. Can be worth 5. I don't have a lot of money, so I don't know if there's a world where we get the I don't think I want to top deck any of that. This is pretty brutal. Or not brutal, but there's my turns can be pretty hugely different depending on how this shuffle goes. I don't know. Do you want a voyage? I think it's okay to play with more than 3 capital cities here. I mean, my deck's just gonna be kind of big and messy, so I don't think that would be crazy. Wouldn't be bad to have that going. I guess they probably have their marquee. I don't remember when they. I'm not sure if I made the right buy. I think the marquee gain was probably good, but the buy isn't so clear to me. Just because it feels like maybe you want to look for a 3-pile. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a really good turn from him. I think it was probably pretty likely. I don't know if there was a world where they were very likely to miss drawing here. So if there was and they missed, then I would have had a shot. But this is going to be like tons of money. They probably trash a curse. Something like that. There is. I said the game. I said the game will never 3-pile, but actually it probably will. To be honest, it was probably inaccurate. I wonder if Voyage is good for me at all. This is one of those things where like they start buying the territories, they get a thingy and run estates and all. I mean, if I find a capital city or like battle, old map, my most likely draw is just like a full dud. I can play the marquee and probably still have a pretty good amount of money, which is nice. Even if I whiff, but I'm a little surprised they didn't try to play the catapult, but I don't know what they're gonna do here. There's some real risk of like buying territories. Because then we get down and it's just the archers that we have to get through. On the other hand, I can maybe make 5-point territories eventually. I don't know what the path of the pile out looks like. There are 2 rocks, 3. Yeah, kind of hard. I would just put a capital city on top, I think, as Aku. Do that. They've actually lowered. Reveal a thing. Okay, I didn't. Guess I don't rotate. I mean, they actually help with the 3-pile a little bit. The battle plan's not going anywhere. So what do we do? Just get all our, just draw a deck and I guess there's guess I shouldn't do curses since I may want to. And if I had found an old map, or I mean a capital city in here, this would have been a turn. I mean, it's already an okay turn for me, to be honest. But if I had found an, that would have been crazy, actually. I might have won off of it. It would have been that good. We only have $5. I guess that's okay. For some reason I thought there was another silver, but it's actually a guild whatchamacallit. Okay. You could get a voyage, but there's not really any reason to top deck anything. So, I mean, I guess actually I could top deck a capital city. Okay. If we have this super, I mean, it was not likely, right? I was just getting 2 cards off the Warlord. That was it. But if we have the super good turn there, we may just have been winning outright. As it is, we're probably not just winning outright. So I still don't really hate getting the estates. They're okay, actually. These man, the trash is sunken treasure. Well, that makes buying the whatever a little bit more harder. I mean, I guess this has got to be it, but okay. What did they buy? Another province. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they may just get there doing that also. Do we want to rotate away from these or not? They don't have a sunken treasure anymore, so it's a little harder for them to get them. Man, I wouldn't hate moving around to an old map. Now we play it like this, right? Okay. Oh, I'm out of the, right. I can't play another capital city. Well, this is unfortunate. We don't have a capital city. We do have $8 though, so that's good. Well, this part's pretty easy. So we didn't find Warlord. We didn't find. I mean, I guess it's Bobble. Might be silver. Do we just trash a curse? Just score here? Yeah, so unfortunately we didn't hit the Warlord. That would have been the big thing, was finding the Warlord. Also just still having the capital city down in with the marquee would be pretty nice, but it's okay. It'd be a 7-point whatever. This is a pretty funny hand, actually. Well, we can top deck a capital city. May come back to bite us a little bit, but We can do it. It's like battle plan warlord. Battle plan warlord marquee. I don't know, probably 2 garbage cards, something like that. I would have actually been able to rotate away from the distant shores. I don't know, they don't have a sunken treasure, so it's not, like I said, it's not that easy for them to make use of that at this point, but it'll buy. There's a world where I get this turn again with my 2 marquee things didn't work out too well, but there's a world where we get it on either of those 2 turns, and then I think we just straight up win. But the other turn it was pretty unlikely. Here it was a little more feasible. Not we played both our distant shores last turn. You know, we have found distant shores pretty close to the top of the shuffle, which has been nice. I don't know how much money they make here. Do they have like 16? I guess not that much. Pretty close to it. I mean, they can go like territory, province, or something. This is a really good turn, so... Where's their other warlord? They just haven't been playing it? Or they don't draw it? I don't really get it. I guess they're not playing it because they don't want to get stuck. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If they play both of them, then on the turn, they can get stuck not playing one. This is kind of awkward, right? Because we didn't... Yeah, this is too good of a turn. I don't know. I mean, I guess they won't have the gangs to just straight up. Maybe we will empty the provinces. Maybe we will empty the provinces after all. Maybe this turn they can play both the warlords. I don't know. If they just double province, I don't think I can. They play both the warlords and then double province is probably pretty locked up. I don't know why you would surely play both the warlords now though, right? Since you only have to do one province the next turn. Unless, I mean, that's gotta be Maybe they already discarded it with the marquee, but surely you could have found a different card to discard. I mean, I don't know what this last card is, but that looks like a misplay to me. I don't know what's in hand, so I don't know what options they had at every step, but just on the assumption that the marquee gave them sufficient flexibility to play it and they're just choosing not to, I think that's wrong. I don't know that that's the case. That's my take. This match is going to take us a hot minute. Welcome to Ally stuff. All of the Allies featured tournaments should have group play of 2 games. It should be 2-game matches so that you can only have a 2-hour match. It's bad. I mean, the clashes especially. I really like the pile. I think they're a lot of fun and interesting, but it is slow. And the thing is that it's usually not. It doesn't shut you out from wanting to do a bunch of stuff. It just makes the constraints make it really awkward. Then of course there's just like all V aspects, all this stuff. I assume they're like counting up their points. I'm pretty sure you can just play the Warlord in double province and I'll never catch it. I just don't have money, I don't have money. Long story short, I have the 1 gold and then I have like no money. So it's not like I can do I can probably province duchy. I don't even know if I can province duchy, to be perfectly honest. But maybe province duchy is possible. But that won't win. So this is kind of interesting, and by that I mean I think it's terrible. I think the double province is you play double warlord and take double province. I feel so much safer than this. Maybe I'm wrong and there's not a like a pile out option for me. I mean, probably not, but I mean, one thing is that the capital cities score me points. I'm not sure. I'm pretty unconvinced, but I mean, if I have $10, I mean, that'd give me 4. I mean, obviously that's insufficient. But if I had $15, if we could do it all without playing, we could do it all without playing a capital city. Can we get $10 without playing capital city? I'm gonna say no. So we'll take that off the table. So then it's like more on the angle of the catapults. The duchy's a 4-pointer. And we would only need $8. We couldn't play again. The problem is not being able to play it. Is there any useful rotation here? I don't think so. I mean, you can rotate the distant shores. Maybe we want to buy it though. Probably not. It's an interesting question. If we play the distant shores, Double Province looked so. Double Province played the Warlord. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding something. But that looked really good to me. So 15 3-buys wins. So I don't know. Maybe there's a way to just trash enough curses to. I don't really know how many curses I have left. Okay, I gotta think. I mean, we can also just score a decent amount here, which is pretty nice. What is my money? I mean, if we trash, I don't know how many curses I have. We could get 10 and just trash 2 curses. That would tie. I would take a tie. If I found a tie, I would take a tie. I don't know that there is a tie, but we can lose the catapults. Then we're looking at sunken treasuring for catapult. Leaves us 8. And then 13, that would be a tie. Or 1, 2. Excuse me, the territories are also worth 4. It's like the awkwardness of trying to. Well, anyway, we gotta play a capital city next. We're also just not gonna have that many. We're not gonna have that many. Terminals. We are still under warlord attack. So this is probably not correct order. And we can also just attack, and they didn't really get themselves into a pile out position. So even if we can hit 11, that's okay-ish too. And trash a curse or something. That's not terrible. I mean, we probably lose off of it, but it's not terrible. I don't know that there was a pile out. What do we have now? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Skip the... Okay. Well, it's gotta be the marquee, right? Maybe it's the... I don't know what they have. We could do the distant shore to not make the 3 pile easier. I mean, for all I know, they don't have a capital city. I guess the capital city would be what you save from this hand. Like if you're looking at this, then probably the other card's a capital city. Well, they top decked one. Still think we lose this. I don't know if I have a capital city down in here in the bottom or not. I'm gonna need one. But three curses left. I don't know. They have one. I have one. I don't know where the third one is. Could be anywhere. This is very interesting now. Getting to be pretty interesting. Man, these boards are nutty. I hope the rest are not like this. I'm good with. I like playing one of these games, but the allies heavy. It's like it's too often. I can't deal with doing this that often. They're just like just too much. It's just simply too much. We did find a capital city. If we find a marquee, then we probably win. I think we probably could draw up to 16. 2 golds. And, Archer and Guild Master, I think we would get there. Well, I mean, our hand isn't actually that big, so we couldn't guarantee it, but yeah, let's do it now. I mean, okay, we can think about just taking the money. We can think about just taking a territory, to be honest. It's a pretty good duchy dance here. Now, obviously, we won't have a warlord, but okay. Let's see what we get out of this. Okay, we didn't really get much. Well, we may get to 12. I guess if we get to 13 and 3 buys, we also win here. If we find the sunken treasure. If we don't play catapult and we do those things. I don't think we necessarily have enough. This is not a good amount of capital cities to have seen, unfortunately. 1, 2. We could attack. Well, we're gonna attack once. Can we just go for it? The thing is, going for it doesn't really work because it's not like there's money in there. In the bottom here, there's not actually any money. But we could deny silver. I mean, we could do this and catapult instead of trash curse. I don't know what they saved. Now the real question is, does the catapult help me? If I get to 8 and 2 buys. I don't know. I don't like lowering when when I have the points right now. Unfortunately, this is quite a bit of my money. And others, amongst other things, but this is sort of unfortunate. I mean, I guess they just were guaranteed to have this one way or the other. So they held a treasure. Well, they drew 2. We don't know what they held because they drew off warlord. It wasn't so bad to swap rocks for silver anyway, to be honest. This, of course, isn't very good, but what do we put on top? We just top deck something? Just top deck a silver? Is that what we've come to here? I wonder if I would have won if I had taken cards off both the capital cities here. We probably get to double province. How much money do we had? Two golds. We wouldn't have been able to swap rocks to silver probably, but I mean we could have. It would have been the same as Archer. This is crazy, actually. I mean, if they have double, well, they don't have a sunken treasure, but if they hit 8 and 2 buys, I just lose. I guess I haven't seen my sunken treasure yet either. This is a crazy board. It's really cool. It's really annoying. We're kind of getting close. I mean, not really. Now we're starting to get closer. We don't have points, unfortunately, right now. Ooh. We would probably just take a states anyway, or duchies anyway at this point. Okay, so we're at the point where we could pile out and lose. Which is great. They didn't play Warlord, did they? Oh boy, that means potentially we can do quite a bit with the capital city. And we get to do. Yeah, we better take it. We have enough anyway. Okay, so now we don't have gains yet, but we are getting somewhere. I don't know at what point you just take the money. Okay, well, we didn't find. This is slightly unfortunate, but. We didn't find the. We didn't find the buy, which really sucked. We would have just had double or close enough to it. So I think we're just gonna take duchy. I don't see any reason at this point to mess around with that. We probably take duchy and put a marquee on top. This is unfortunately way too many golds. I mean, we can go for... Is there even any chance of them hitting 8? They have 2 capital cities and we don't know what else. I guess the question is still like, why risk it? Probably. Other than just we can possibly end it. So they're at 3 cards, no warlord. They have 2 capital cities. No, they discarded a capital city. So they did save something. They did save something pretty good. We probably should have just let them have the warlord, to be honest. Well, they could still have ended with the same hand. So like if it's a marquee, it only draws 2. Only draws 2, so it puts them a 4 card. And they would need... I mean, they could get a couple guild masters and a whatever. It's not the most likely thing in the world, but... I probably should have gone for it, to be perfectly honest. But this could have been a wild hunt, which gets you to... They drew a bunch of cards. They still don't have a sunken treasure. Do they have that much? Do they have $18 in cash money? Surely not. Because they can double duchy. They really got a turn off this. It's kind of depressing. They didn't they didn't really miss anything. They're gonna double duchy. That's actually, that kind of sucks. I mean, I did everything in my power. And then they get a warlord now. Double duchy. Yeah. So now we're kind of getting to the point where I just take it, right? I unfortunately don't have 7 while playing Archer, but this marquee is not going to draw enough to hit. Maybe if you stack the deck it could. There were 3 golds in there. I guess if you stack the deck, it could work, but you just take the province at this point, right? Because you're not in. I can't. I guess I could try to draw enough to double duchy. Or the only thing. It probably just loses, to be honest, but. I mean. It's a lot of their money, but I believe they. Well, it's a little hard to say. They're coming into a freshish shuffle. I don't know. This probably just loses. They have a distant shore. They play Warlord though, so that's suggests they don't just have it. I mean, you could just be clicking cards also. That's sad. uh I almost got it. We almost had it. Oh well. And that is, we almost had it. That's okay. To even be close. Did I not get the Did I not put in the thing? I thought I did it, but I don't know how this works anymore. With the new interface. We still have catapult again. What is Architects Guild? Is it the Haggler? Yeah. Da, 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 da. This is gonna be stupid. Draw is pretty dumb here. I don't know how you build. You can make it all happen, but it's kind of annoying. I mean, if you really want to, you can just rush the saunas. It doesn't get hurt too bad by the catapults. Maybe a little bit. Maybe catapult old map. Could get tent. I don't know that I'm worried about herb gatherer. Gold. I don't think that's correct. It's kind of weird, but I am pretty sure the play is not gold. Do you rotate to voyages? What do you do with voyages here? I mean, you can do some different stuff. I don't love the bobble. I was like, oh, it didn't appear. There's a bug there, a visual bug. The number didn't. The red two. I think Tracer's been reporting this to Severi. I think I've read that. So this should either just be another sauna or like a voyage. I mean, I like the specialist. It's just, what can we do here? We could take a bobble now for us. It would be nice to go like specialist sauna. I don't know. That's not that realistic, but it could have been hobble. Um, Voyage shuts down sauna stuff too. Okay. We can go like sauna silver. That'd be okay. I'm gonna be pretty far ahead on trashing here. Or whatever. It doesn't have to, it could be tent or something, but do I really care about the necro? Probably not. You could care about it a little bit for the nice. Hopefully they don't find the gold. Did I miss a trash? I did a play all treasures, didn't I? No, I did the trash. Never mind. I don't think I mean, I could have missed one somewhere else. But, this is pretty good. I don't know if we take 10th. We might take a 10th. I'll have to think about it. Actually, top decking has got to be better now. Then we got to think, do we focus on doing the we probably just thrown it this time. Well, we can do, I mean, we can, what is in the discard? That's the question. There's catapult. How many cards are there? So we're going to have, and we'll definitely draw this way. So we may want, obviously it would be nicer to gain a copy. We get to see 3 cards, one's a cantrip, catapult, copper, silver, bauble. That's 4. 5. So it only fails if Avanto is bottom decked, I think. I think I totally miscounted that, but yep, we blew it. Okay. We didn't find any. Man, we messed this up. That's okay. We should have attacked. We should have just gone for the. That's funny. They got a vagrant hit. They should only end up with 1 Avanto. Okay. Okay. I have a 5-2 here, which is fine. It's okay. It probably is. How does Falconer work? Gain a card. You can Fairy Nobles. That's pretty cute. I can open Falconer and Fairy Nobles, or try to Fairy Nobles. I don't really love the skirmisher game. Not with. I don't really get it. Not with Menagerie. I find that pretty confusing, but that's okay. I can live with being confused. I wish I had gotten a second Falconer, but that's okay. I don't understand the skirmishers. But I may lose to it. It's funny, I can't use it on I can't use it. I can get a skirmisher though. I can't use the I can't use the Falconer price reduction is what their token is on, not what mine is when I react with it anyway. Anna would be, I mean, if you got some plays off with her, it'd be pretty crazy. Moves it to the marquee, which is interesting. Doesn't seem that good to me, but okay. Is there anything nice to get out of here? Not really. I mean, there's some potential upside for doing it another way. I'm just gonna take Menagerie. There was like okay shots of finding estate there anyway. I kind of like his deck. I think it'll lose, but I kind of like it. It's different. Maybe it'll beat me. I mean, the marquee. I mean, this is nice. This stuff is nice. The contract marquee stuff is nice. Pedestrian. I'm not super convinced by that. Where are the nobles? I guess there just aren't any. Okay. I didn't even hit. That's the worst draw. This is literally an unbelievably bad draw. I just can't do it. To not hit. It's just incredible. I mean, I could have. I could have done some stuff differently, but I mean, I could have stopped at different points. Like here, I could have. That's incredible. That's actually just incredibly unfortunate that I don't have enough money to buy to go nobles. I would triple nobles this turn if I just drew one more copper. I'm so mad right now. That's incredibly unlikely and unfortunate. Off a menagerie activation and a marquee play. So, well, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I mean, there were different ways it could have gone bad besides this one. But this is just bad enough to not. Just won't work. Like it's just then it's onto this hand and he'll probably attack me and then I don't have a menagerie in this hand, right? Of course. It's absurd. It's actually absurd. It's not that absurd. I don't know why I'm going off like this. It's just sort of a regular Dominion thing, to be perfectly honest. But it feels awful. It feels super awful. They at least did not find their thing here, so that's good. It's not really gonna help me. I still feel like I was pretty incredibly unlucky with my draws here, but so be it. I still like the Falconers actually. I maybe should have a contract, but okay. The thing that I would like to have happen, well, I mean, okay, Destry. Would like to empty the nobles here. Is the thing I would like to have happen. Okay. So that can happen. / will happen. Okay. Okay. So we can ferry the knights and buy a contract, or Bury the nights, buy a night. We could just buy a night. And I kind of like getting a contract. I'm not 100%. Oh wait. I'm gonna see if they let me do this. I need to buy the contract. And then I need to do it in this order. That's okay. I didn't really want the marquee that much. I mean, I sort of wanted it. Okay. So I've got a pretty big points lead. They attack me, I get to draw a little bit. They discard attack me. They do have another marquee. So they'll get to contract it. It's a nice little deck. I got 2 nobles. I didn't even know they had 2 nobles. That kind of sucks. But oh well. I don't like their choices. I think the skirmisher thing in particular was really stupid, but I don't know. I may still lose this. Frankly. Then they're making use of the Architects Guild, which is nice. Or they're able to make use of the Architects Guild, which is nice. But I do like what I did a lot better than what they did, though. This is kind of how it goes. Should I do 2 coppers? There's some potential upsides to doing that. I mean, obviously downsides as well, potentially, but. So I could do Natalie, or not Natalie, Molly. I think it's gotta be like this, though. Be honest. We still can get. Okay, I maybe should have stopped on the contract there. That's okay. I also don't mind. These piles are flying. I don't mind just greening a little bit. Turn is definitely not the most exciting one of all time. I guess he's invincible. As long as the fairy token's there. I guess that's his claim to fame. Invincibility. We're definitely looking to play more of the deck that goes for a quicker pile out. I don't know how well it'll work out, but the skirmishers still seem to just be super bad. I mean, I could get them. I could get a skirmisher. That wouldn't be so bad. But should we take Josephine? We take the menagerie, right? Lose the bear. We can regain the baron if we need to. Does Aku have like double province? I don't know. In 10 cards, it's not like he has a bunch of golds. So it's not like he has. I mean, he has the contracts, but they're not. They're not a lot of money, frankly. Lowering is a little scary as well. Okay, he's getting a gold. That makes sense. I don't know why you take Josephine though, to be honest. Like what? Josephine doesn't help you. um like at all here. That's huge. Let's take another menagerie. That's pretty big. Not really useful for butterfly. Doesn't go to hand, does it? Okay. This wasn't so good. I mean, finding the contract would have been pretty nice. This isn't so big, or this isn't so incredibly useful. We'll see what Aku does. I don't think he has 3 pile threat at this point. Double province could be a little scary. They have all these terminals they can't play. Not really. I mean, they can play like 3 more. They can get to the other nobles and then. Okay. If they didn't find their. Well, maybe they already had it in hand. I mean, it would have had to be the top deck or one of these two. They could have found it, I guess. Otherwise, you kind of have to play the Marquise first. No. I'm not super in love with that. I guess they're going for next turn. Um, take a call again. I mean, I guess I take Michael. They could buy an estate. This is not quite there. I mean, it's a pile out. Well, do any of these score points? Like a butterfly. Do I even have a $4 card? I could make one of them be a... this isn't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Well, what do we have? Vander and Anna. We would have to hit other nobles. We'd have to hit the other nobles, right? For it to work. Which I guess is possible. It could be in the bottom two cards. You can't really check the order though, unfortunately. Like you could play Michael. Can't really province. You have to draw on here, though it doesn't probably help you. I guess you still have the option. I mean, you still here have the win if it does hit the nobles. Which is stupid, but that's just the way it goes. That's so stupid. That's the dumbest way I've ever won a Dominion game. So I guess that also points to the fact that you should never really be thinking about doing the... We don't need the actions anyway for it, so... Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense what I was stopping and thinking about. That is for sure the dumbest way. I mean, because otherwise, what was I going to do? Just buy duchy? Because I didn't really have a good way to activate them. Okay. Aku must have the... Oh, wait, that's just me. There isn't really draw here, right? I wonder if you open like Plan Sentinel on the 3-4. I don't know if this will work out, but I'll probably just take the treasure. There doesn't seem to be... It could be wrong. Oh, there is what's your face. Maybe you should open Sentinel with the Town Crier. I could believe that actually. Yeah. I guess you could just try and rush down the thingies. Yeah. I should have probably just done the Sentinel. I mean, the alt VP is just museum, though there's like a decent amount of it. I guess there's temple. We rotate. I mean, we can deny them the ability to rotate stuff, I guess. I don't know if it's good, but... I don't know why I opened treasure. I should have just done Sentinel. That is not... It's just not a good opening. You can do like Sycophant Blacksmith. I don't know that it actually works at all, but you could do it. This is okay-ish. And we're going to still come out of here with a deck to play. We'll take Mountain Village if they take the last blacksmith. If they don't, we'll just go ahead and take the last blacksmith. My shuffles have been clean. We're really not going to trigger this shuffle. It doesn't super matter here. I guess I have control of getting first Elder when that's useful to me. When and if. I think we're even on trashing right now, accepting that they've trashed all the estates. Well, maybe not. Well, yeah. Okay, anyway. I need to get a courtier. I don't know, are there any tri-types? Just a couple doubles. No, we're not gonna do that until... This could be kind of sad. Nope, that's okay. We didn't need the key really anytime soon necessarily. One more mountain village and then a courtier. I guess you can do scrap treasure stuff too. I mean, that's... I don't know. That's probably a little wheel spinny here. But you can also do lurker scrap stuff. There's some things to do. I don't know how exciting most of them are, but depending on the order of the sentinel view, we can do some pretty nice stuff here. Aku's gonna need to get a courtier. They take treasure. I kind of think for them you just take courtier at that point, but okay. Okay. This is really cool. I mean, I guess we could just think about, well, we might as well do it the exciting way. Or the I mean, maybe we just leave this on top, actually. I mean, what are we getting out of this? We really should just leave this, shouldn't we? Okay. So then we're going to take a courtier. And then hopefully a scrap plus like a mountain village. We're in a similar spot. They have the scrap. I already have the courtier. But other than that, we're pretty close. And then I have the town crier, which means I can be first mover on the elders. Which, I don't know. They're okay. A lot of time the elder is just like $2 plus action, which can be valuable, but often not game changing. We could get some lurkers. We could get lurkers and just start trashing sycophants. I didn't think of that until this moment. Though I guess the question is if they can just handle the curses, that may be more effort than it's worth. So that's the risk. Okay, it's Mountain Village. Mountain Village, there's nothing to trash. This is literally, Aku has 2 coppers, I have 2 coppers. So the Sentinel play would be stupid. We could try to draw a card on Town Crier before going +2. We're probably going 3. I mean, I don't know if we can draw the gold, so we're probably just doing 3 buy. Be like Mountain Village scrap, probably. Let me think. I don't think... Is there anything extra we can get out of this ever? I mean, there are potentially some extra stuff we can get. Because Because I think we would take the gold if we can get it over just straight money. Seven is fine. Too bad we don't have tomb here. I don't know. I don't know if you mess with the scrap gold stuff or not. I mean, at some point your treasure may not have anything better to do. There's also like some cap on the amount you can build here. I guess you still have to play the sycophant to give the curses. That could be a little annoying, actually. Now I think about it. I could have gone for... I mean, I could have not trashed a copper and taken key and gone for like courtier scrap. As of for instance. I don't really know how you make the deck. You may want a sycophant just to... just to run the deck. When you're greening. Sycophant discards 3. When you get one sycophant, you give them a curse, and you can use it to do green. So that's not crazy. That could be reasonable at some point. For sure. I don't know. They get a little bit more than me off this turn. Because they already have this scrap. I don't know if they get a lot more. I don't know if it changes the money too much. But because they're going to take action. I don't know. This is action coin horse. I mean, that probably doesn't change. Maybe they can take a silver. I'm not sure. I'm not going to worry about the museum points, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't keep something like that just for that purpose. I think I'm still a half turn ahead. See what they buy here. You really can't do a whole lot here due to the lack of draw. Like, we have a little bit of draw, but it doesn't go super far. I mean, Elder Blacksmith is pretty nice, but they get a lurker. I think that's pretty reasonable. Again, the problem with any of this stuff is just... I have Mountain Village Blacksmith in your starting hand. You just don't actually have a turn. They do courtier lurker. I think that's okay. I might just take the sycophant directly when the time comes for that. I feel like a lot of the scrap stuff is very wheel spinny. The potential scrap stuff, no one's necessarily definitely doing scrap stuff. This is a pretty awful draw order, actually. Could take. No, this is just a bad drawer, but it's probably going to end up being fine. Well, sort of. Not great. Not what I would call great. This may be too many golds. What are we gonna draw here? Maybe we'll draw these cards. We find the scrap earlier, it's a little more exciting. As it is, it's not the most. So do we take a horse or do we take, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 3 buys. Could be, could be. We could go 11 and 3 buys and take the key. Then we'd be going Mountain Village Sycophant. Courtier. That's a little greedy. We do get the key. Not that that's that good, but it wouldn't be bad to have a Miller also, actually. We could go Mountain Village Miller Sycophant with a trash. We maybe should have taken not the gold there. Yeah, we're gonna run into this kind of stuff. That's on me, frankly. Though most of this was just already in my deck. The copper could have been gone. I guess Aku also had a terrible turn. So here, since Aku had a terrible turn, I think we don't have to trash the, we can just do it like this. Did he just type the BRB or was that from earlier? I think he assumed I was going to have a turn. Well, I mean, he maybe just had to BRB, you know, sometimes you just got to. Sometimes you just got to BRB. So, it's good we both did it. I mean, it's good for me since I'm probably a little bit ahead. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm actually like ahead, but I may take a lurker and another scrap. Well, I mean, I would like to get a mountain village, to be honest. I guess they have one turn, since I didn't gain a lurker, they have like one turn window where they can put whatever in the trash. Like if they wanted to, they could put both the mountain villages in the trash so that they don't lose that split. I don't know if that matters particularly, but they could lurker the Mountain Village here. I could not gain it. It would have been nice even if I had just had the blacksmith in hand for the courtiers or the town crier or whatever. But I don't know if there's a point for me that I need to do. I don't know if there's a point for me that I need to do the elder. I don't know if there's a time where I can get triple elder. Maybe if I had 2 lurkers. I mean, I can make quite a bit of money, so it's not totally crazy as a possibility. I think I'll probably take some millers just for consistency. I don't know. I may be able to do 3. May be able to do 3 elders this turn. I don't know if that would be good. Was that 11 and 3? But yeah, I could probably do 3. Whether that's better than doing the lurker stuff, I don't know. Otherwise, what would I be looking for? Like lurker, mountain village, scrap miller, maybe? That's quite a bit of buys. I don't know that that's real likely. Maybe. I guess they're just getting the scrap stuff feels so wheel spinny here. If you had like Tomb, then it wouldn't, but it does feel very, very wheel spinny to me. Scrap is like such a good opener and such like horrifically bad payload. The payload stuff it does is so bad. Even if you're trashing expensive stuff, because none of it scales right. It just it's really terrible. I mean, I guess if you can use the silvers, we cannot use the silvers here. We just cannot. So everything else, it's just like a piddly amount of stuff. Sometimes you gotta do it. I don't know if this is the board. I have been talking about second scrap, but maybe that's terrible. That was mostly along the lines of wanting to I mean, I think the buy can be valuable here. Doesn't scrap only offer 5? What is happening? Do I need to refresh? Scrap only offers 5 choices, right? Oh, it has 6 choices. Never mind. I take it back. Has to choose one to do. He chose card. Never mind, I lied. I can't read. He chose silver. Okay, so. Okay. Alright, okay. The real strat here is to get as many buys as you can and then empty the ruins for a big museum finish. Wouldn't that be exciting? Alright, so Aku does finish the mountain villages, which I think is probably the correct play. So I'm going to be offered. Well, there are a few different ways I could do this. We want to play the Sycophant before. We can discard. We really don't want a pairing. We just want to do. Well, we can draw all this stuff. We're just going to end up discarding it, right? Is that correct? We could whiff on finding. I think we just pick it up and do a Sycophant now. There's some potential sadness, but we might as well play these. Okay. Because we may not find the other one. Let's scrap a gold. Okay. We do have a. Maybe we just stop with blacksmith copper on top. We're certainly going to play the courtiers here. I guess you draw one and see if you find the. I'm not going to add more treasure. Even the silver is already sort of annoying. I have 17. So I can get a lurker if I want. That's nice. That's probably good enough to close it out. We'll have to try and play good, but I mean, I guess we usually try to play good, but we don't always succeed. Curse is kind of annoying. I don't think there's a huge value in me building up more. The only built up thing that you could do or think about doing that would be maybe okay is like printing points with temple. But I don't know if that actually does anything. Kind of feels like it probably doesn't. Hopefully we haven't like made some weird window where they green, and if they green successfully they beat me. There's quite a bit of museum play, so I'm gonna guess that that's not the case. But I leave a gold in the trash. That's okay. I can live with that. Oh, I guess I could have quad eldered. I didn't even think about that as an option. Yeah, maybe I should have quad eldered. I could believe that. I could have done that. I didn't even think about treasuring back my gold and doing that. That was really stupid. Oh well. I don't know if the lurker is valuable or not. Do not know. Well, I don't know what order we play this stuff in. Okay. Well, I think I know what we do with this particular hand. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Actually, I would like to scrap maybe the silver. I don't know, can we triple province here? Guess the real question is triple province any good here? We might be able to do it. And also double in Miller. Okay. Let's do this. We can definitely do some stuff. I'm gonna triple province. There are 2 silvers, so 1, 2. That puts us at 15. $28 wouldn't be terrible. I don't know if we're anywhere near that, to be perfectly honest. 1, 2. We can get 6 here. We're not far from it. Only gonna draw 5 though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know which one to play first. We're gonna draw 6. One of them is a town. We could bottom deck the town crier, which I think would be pretty bad. Okay. 1622. Do we just take the key? What are we at now? I mean, we could quad, but that's not probably good. I don't know that Aku can triple, but I'm not gonna risk that. Do we have 28? 1, 2, 3, 2. We can go Miller, province, province, province. This is already a little scary from the opening hand. I mean, it probably buys a province, but I do have a lot of treasure. It maybe should have been just like double province, double Miller. I can believe that. This could go so bad or so good depending on what my top 3 cards are. The curse will be a little annoying, right? If they curse me, which they probably will. Wait, they don't actually have a sycophant. Never mind. Okay, so they're not gonna curse me. I was gonna say the curse could be annoying for Mountain Village. What does Miller do? you discard. Miller could also be a little annoying for Mountain Village, potentially. How many cards did I add to my deck that turn? Aku made... He had like 15, I think, something like that. The double is not really out of the question for them. If I can double, it should be pretty locked up, though there's quite a bit of museum stuff that you can potentially do pretty quickly. Though you're sort of at the whims of the ruins to some degree. But like you can get your Sentinel back, you can get... I don't know if Aku has a gold in deck, but they could get a gold quite easily. You can get your copper back a couple of ways. There are, of course, ruins that you can just straight up buy or through the death cart. Some mixture of the two. And duchy, a 5-point duchy. So there's still a lot of ways to extend the game. Okay, so they do have to do this pretty early, sort of early. I mean, it's okay for them, I think. Do wish. Well, I don't know. I mean, my opening hand could have just been complete garbage, right? So it didn't end up complete garbage, which is pretty nice for me. I mean, it could still turn into complete garbage. Let's hope it does not. I mean, Aku probably just doubles and hopes. I dud and hopes they can double again. Would be my guess at the best out for Aku. But you can also angle for the longer game. I'm not sure if that helps, but you could do it. I guess I'm not sure how much it helps. It probably helps a little bit. If I can stack the deck, I can quad. That's of course not very likely. But with a stacked deck, my deck can actually quad province. But it would take a stacked deck. It's not like a thing you can shuffle into. Triple, I think it could shuffle into. Here's the question again. Do they just... I don't know if it's the question again, but... Do you run for museum or do you... The problem with the museum stuff is like it doesn't score very much this turn, probably. And it doesn't... I mean, it makes your deck way worse at drawing, so... It's not really... Ruin Village in a lot of ways is the friendliest ruin to our decks. Probably just straight up. Though, like, I guess I'm not super cramped on action, so the others aren't potentially Survivors or Library could give me more value, or Market even. But just for sheer friendliness. The floor on Rune Village is probably higher than the rest here, which isn't always the case, because sometimes the province double. Okay. See, the kind of issue I have with this, I guess. Well, let's see what we have. All right, so we can draw a little bit here. Let's just do it, right? This play order is pretty clear. We can pick up the other stuff with the mountain villages. This shouldn't be too terrible. Okay, never mind. It was absolutely. Oh, I had 3 mountain villages, but the red numbers didn't pop up. It gave me a heart attack. I'm like, my hand size should be way bigger than this. Unfortunately, they have sort of limited things they can draw. We should kind of check the money sitch. It's gotta be scrapped first, right? I mean, you could take a gold back and trash a gold. Double province looks pretty safe to me. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the courtier, so I don't actually have buy. We're only gonna get to look at one more card. So we should think about what we do if that card is just a stop card. I mean, it's very likely to just be ended, right? There aren't really outs. I mean, there's a blacksmith, but so we should at least look here at what. I mean, Aku can still not. Cannot triple. Aku didn't really add economy. Assuming I find any mountain villages, this is a completely workable hand to just play off of too. So we go like province, duchy, or duchy death cart. Just on this hand. Don't even try to take. I mean, I guess you should see what the card is. Do you keep this silver? I'm trying to think if you take that. Well, I need to make sure I have enough money for whatever I want to do, but it's either like 13 or 9, right? So it's not a lot of money. We're going to play the treasure, so it should be fine on money. Right. So all the same. Okay, so we draw a province. I guess we can draw more if we want. Is there a lot of value in that? What are we doing now? We're just gonna take Duchy Death Cart. I think Aku can triple. I'm not even sure triple would win. We can see more. How does double look for me, actually? Double would put me at 58. 58 is a... is a 22-point lead. So Aku would need to do like province, duchy, death cart, get back the sentinel, which is doable. That would be 6, 11, 17, 19, maybe a 21. I don't know if you get 4 runes off. Maybe a curse or a copper. They could do a copper buy. The question is actually, does triple win for Aku? Triple plus, let's say 118, let's say 20. Let's say they get 20. Let's say they don't get, well, they're not going to get $28. They get 24 in a buy. That would put them at 20.56. So that would, yeah, that still would probably not catch me. And I don't think I'm opening up a 3 pile. I think I'm going to leave it. This could be bad, but there's no reason to play the Sycophant. Unless we're going to double. 58. They may have a hard time doing that without also giving me a point. Five, 11, 13. At some point, they just don't have the money for it, hopefully. They might be able to double duchy. Well, okay. This is a hand, isn't it? I don't think Aku can pile out. This seems pretty good. Well, this is, of course, a great hand. Probably like double province guaranteed or close to it. Close to it. It'll be a little awkward. We might take the horse. This is the final grab here. I was probably overestimating what Aku's deck could do. Well, okay. This is just nothing, basically. Okay. We're probably going to just take down scratch. I guess there's not a lot of reason not to just take all the mountain villages. There's sort of some reason, but I may take. I'm gonna try and get the courtiers now. Hopefully. Um. Okay. At this point, I think gold is fine to just throw in. Um. And I guess I'll put a little sycophant in the trash. Wow. Okay. We can do. We can just trash the sycophant, right? I mean, it doesn't matter a whole lot. That's probably a plus point. I guess there was a way to get all of it out of hand, but this was probably not correct, but this will probably work. Okay. All right. Well, I was that end of that one game where the nobles got trashed. Like, holy cow, that was wrong. But I appreciate it. It was terrible though. It should not. It's just we shouldn't live in that kind of world. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll play 2 more in the group phase, at least 1 more this week. So I'll catch you all later.